Hey vlog. So I recently went to Coachella, and before I start telling you about my experience and showing you some footage, I have to apologize for my voice because this is what you're going to be hearing for the next 7 or 8 minutes. So day one was pretty short for us. I went to the festival on the first day with Daisy and Maddie, and we saw Travis Scott, Mac Miller, and the last half of Empire of the Sun, and then we ended our day by seeing Dylan Francis. It was pretty normal. Nothing big happened. It was obviously just hot and a long walk. It's a lot of walking. So if you don't like walking, you probably won't like Coachella that much because it's a lot of walking. Day two is where things got a little bit crazy and out of hand. First person we saw was Tory Lanez, and he was really good. Then we saw Schoolboy Q and some of DJ Snake. The reason why I'm saying some is because something kind of went down during his set and we didn't get to see it all, so I'll explain it a little bit. We wanted to go check out Lady Gaga, but she was 30 minutes late to her set, so by the time she got there we were already over it, so we didn't end up seeing her. Now when I say day two got crazy, I mean day two got crazy. Okay, so we were in almost the front when we were watching Schoolboy Q. Being in the front at Coachella for someone's set sorry. Being in the front for someone's set means bodies on top of bodies. Like, there's no room to breathe. You don't have personal space. That doesn't exist. So as you can imagine, it gets really hot really fast. Usually once a set ends, there's obviously people who don't want to see the next artist, so they leave, and then the people that are waiting to see the other artist coming up, they push to the front. So after Schoolboy Q's set, it was time for DJ Snake, and we all wanted to see DJ Snake, so we pushed to the front and we got very close to the front. Coachella has this rule where you cannot bring outside food or drinks into the festival, but they do sell waters for like $2 at most booths. They also allow you to bring in empty water bottles and you can fill them at the refill station, but a lot of the times the refill stations are packed with a lot of people trying to get water like everybody else. So that obviously causes a problem. Not everybody has time or wants to wait in that long line because they're afraid they're gonna miss a set. They're afraid they're gonna be in the back for a show. So a lot of people miss out on getting water. While we were waiting for DJ Snake to come on, we were all so tired. My feet were killing me. So Daisy and I took off our shoes. I saw that Maddie started to squat down on the floor. When she got up, she looked at me and she looked very... She immediately stands up and she tells us that she needs to leave. And then we look at her like, what are you talking about? But we can see it in her eyes and she looks very weak. So I volunteered to take her out of the crowd and get her some fresh air. She wasted no time leaving the crowd. So I have my shoes in my hand, a fan, my phone, and I'm over here trying to carry her on my other arm and guide her through the thousands of people that are in this crowd. While we were walking through the crowd, I noticed that her knees started to shake. My first thought was fuck. My second thought was let's move faster. So we're moving through the crowd pretty fast and I keep saying, excuse me, and I'm like dodging all these people. And then I feel my arm get tugged to the side. Maddie is on the floor and she just fainted. Maddie is a tall ass girl and I'm just here, just average size, and I was panicking. Immediately people started to help me pick her up and help me get her to the front. Finally, we managed to get her to security and they took her over the fence. I was watching her and she just looked so gone. They wouldn't let me over the fence because I wasn't injured. So I had to run to the side of the fence to go see if she was okay. After they examine her, security takes her to the back of the fence and he makes her have a seat and they gave her water and everything, so she was fine. She was taken care of. I pull out the fan from my backpack, I start fanning her and I start asking her if she's okay. And two girls next to me were so sweet and they gave her their lemonade. They saw what had happened. They gave her lemonade. They said, here, sweetie, you need to drink this because your sugar levels are probably very low. The girl even took out some setting spray and she was spraying her face while I was fanning her. They also gave us a liga of hairband so I could tie her hair up. Like, how sweet. That was so sweet, honestly. Once the show started, they took her to the medical tent and they told me that they were gonna hook her up to an IV so they could get her rehydrated because apparently she was dehydrated. So after everything, she was okay, thank God. The thing that I really like about the festival and its people is that they generally care about your health and your well-being. I saw so many strangers in need of fresh air. They didn't want to be in the crowd anymore. They felt dizzy and they needed to leave, and every single stranger there was willing to help them. Day 3 was probably the best day for me. The first set that we saw was Lil Uzi Vert. That set got really crazy because everybody was trying to start a mosh pit. It was so packed and so hot that Daisy and I wanted to leave, so we started to get up and leave the crowd. I'm not really sure how this happened. I don't really recall, but somehow Lil Uzi managed to get to the back of the entire crowd, and I don't know if he like crowd surfed or what. All of a sudden we hear him say, "Open up the middle, we're gonna start a mosh pit." And that's when all hell broke loose. I see Lil Uzi walk right past me. The footage I have is pretty blurry and pretty messy, but he's the one wearing a black and white striped shirt. You can see him holding his mic too.
It's Lil Uzi, bro! Lil Uzi, fuck it!
When mosh pits start at Coachella, nobody is safe. I got dragged in, my hair pulled, pushed, shoved, you name it. Being pushed and shoved in every direction, I managed to lose Daisy. And once we finally met up after the set, this is what she told me. "Oh, I got punched in the nose." Yeah, she got punched in the nose by Lil Uzi's mic. I mean, her nose is a little crooked now, but it's fine. I mean, she got a story, so it's all good. We were so unbelievably close to the stage for Lord's performance.
Ooh, how we kiss when we dance on the light up floor. On the light up floor.
She killed it, by the way. She was amazing. I was like, yes, queen. Like, she played every song that I knew, and I was like, honey. After waiting an hour pressed against thousands of hundreds of sweaty, dirty ass people, I finally saw Kendrick Lamar. I'm sure you've all heard of how good of a performance he did. I'm just going to say that that was my favorite performance of the whole weekend, and I'll leave it at that. Now, since this is a vlog, what's a vlog without a montage? Let's go. FYI, if you're ever planning to go, let me just give you some tips, okay? These are some shoes that you do not need to wear to Coachella, okay? Do not wear these. Do not wear these. Do not wear those. Definitely do not wear those. I'm gonna be real with you. There's no perfect shoe to wear to Coachella. No perfect shoe. But Nikes, Vans, Adidas, all that. Those are the ways to go. Honestly, overall, I really had a great time. I enjoyed myself. We made a lot of memories. I don't know if I'm gonna go next year. I just have to see wherever the wind takes me and where I'm gonna be at that point in life. Thanks, guys. Love you.